Hi folks, Dave with DBSTechTalk. And today I want to just answer a question that has been asked quite a few times, which I never really got around to. Mainly because it was not really up my alley. And that question is, what computer do you use? And for the longest time, the only computer that I used was a Microsoft Surface Pro 3. And it plugged in via USB, and until I got my Gustard U12, I just used USB on whatever DAC going in. When I got the Geshelli Enog 2 Pro in for review, I needed a way to connect it because it doesn't have USB. And so that's when I had the Behringer UC222 connected via USB, and then that went to coaxial, went into the Geshelli, and it worked fine. But I have so many other DACs and all that, and I wanted to step away from USB because there is a little bit of an improvement. You don't have driver issues mostly, and then the other is there is some connections and capabilities there that are different. And so I decided to try to go as much away from USB as possible. I got the Gustard U12 and I have everything connected. Let's see, I have the Gustard U12 going into coaxial into the AUN X1S. I have it going coaxial going into the Geshelli, fiber optic going into the AUN, AES3 going into the Monolith, and those are the three DACs that I have. So no USB. The only USB is going into the Gustard. But anyways, I used my Microsoft Surface Pro 3 for the longest time, and I was using another computer for personal use, a little Chromebook. Well, that Chromebook has decided that it is showing its age, and I needed to upgrade my personal computer, and so I needed something for work, for the channel. And so I started to research, and here on this desk, I don't have a ton of space, and so I didn't really want to get a big, huge tower. Plus, I'm not big into PC gaming, so I didn't need something with massive graphics and all this, all this extra stuff. Even though they're cool and you have all the LED lighting and all that kind of stuff, that wasn't what I needed. What I needed was something small, and so I started looking into the little mini PCs. And a lot of the mini PCs just didn't have enough RAM, didn't have enough memory, or things like that really impressed me, or was like enough for what I wanted. Because with my limited computer knowledge, I do know that you need at least about 8 gigs of RAM to run Windows properly, and you need quite a bit of memory in order to store music, and I have quite a bit of music. So I started searching for several months, and one company that kept getting suggested to me was MSI. And I've always been impressed by MSI laptops, and so I was like, yeah, but they're pricey, but they always got good reviews and were really recommended for gamers and all that kind of thing. And I came across the MSI QB, and it is a mini PC. You can see it right here. It's got the little glowing blue light, very small, fits in the palm of my hand. And I'm going to just explain it a little bit today. Nothing, don't expect anything technical. I'm not a computer guru, but this works very well for me. And so I just want to show you how it fits in. But first, my new monitor. This is a HP 23.8 inch Full HD IPS monitor. Has tilt, height, and vertical adjustment capabilities, and it has built-in speakers. Don't use the built-in speakers very often, but it is a nice monitor that is just simple enough, can do 1080 and show off things for me in the background. And also I can have my music and all of that sitting right here. And that way I'm not staring at a little Surface Pro screen. Does tilt both ways very nicely, vertical, slides up and down, and stays out of the way. Works great. The little keyboard that I'm using is a Microsoft Wireless all-in-one media keyboard, and it's right here. It's not a full size, so it's a little slim. So if you have fat fingers, it is a little hard to type on. Has taken me a moment to get used to the feel of it. It's responsive and all, but it's not, it's not a mechanical. But it's better than my Surface Pro keyboard that I was using. The only real annoyance is the mouse pad, trackpad it's got a weird feel to it. And so it takes a while to get used to. And so if you go back to using like a regular mouse or using a trackpad for an Apple or a regular trackpad for Windows, it takes a moment to adjust. But all the functions work. You can still slide around on it and do the 2-finger scrolling and all that. Doesn't have a number pad. I am a big 10-key guy, so I rarely ever use the numbers up top. So if I have to type anything in with numbers, I'm like, so I miss my 10 key. Other than that, it works well. It does have media control. You have volume control over here, and you have backwards and forwards and play, pause, and skip buttons that you can use. Decent keyboard for the price. Works well for a minimal desk setting like this. And then here is the MSI QB. It is a N8GL mini desktop PC. It has an Intel quad-core N5000 in it, so it's not a massive, huge board. It does have 16 gigs of RAM, 256 gig SSD, and a 1 terabyte hard drive, and it runs 64-bit Windows 10 Pro. And it is a fanless design. And it works really well. I've been very impressed with it. Extremely fast, does not bog down. Have all my music saved, and I can just pull it up immediately. It has plenty of oomph to be able to just download and upload, and plays music very well. Has all the Wi-Fi connections that I need, and it's very fast. I can stream in Tidal and Spotify without any hiccups. And that's my computer setup that I use. It's just simple and nice. As far as the design of the unit itself, it's very small. On the front, you have a high-res headphone jack, 3.5 millimeter. You have a little blinking light, which I think is saying that it's connected. I'm not 100% sure. Then you have two 3.0 USB. On the back, you have your power, and then you have a VGA connector. I know you can't really see this on camera. I'll do pictures. A VGA connector. You have a USB and a couple of USB ends, and a Ethernet LAN connection, and also HDMI. So let's see if we can get you a picture here. Here's the sides. Here's the front. And here's the back. And see if we can scroll in. There's your two 3.0s, your HDMI. And then on the other side, there's your VGA and your power. And don't need all that. Overall, it's just a little device that fits well on the sound desk, doesn't take up a lot of space, and doesn't look out of place. It actually is nice and small and works great. As far as that high-res 3.5, I was like, yeah, really, come on. Can't be that good. And it has a audio boost function built in. And so it's really unique. And it sounds good. Most of the time, my experiences with 3.5 millimeters coming out of a laptop or out of a computer that's just generic, like my Microsoft Surface Pro 3 or any tablet or anything like that. You plug in your headphones and you can get them loud, but they sound tinny or they sound meh. Maybe over bloated on the bass or too much treble. This one actually has a really nice, crisp, detailed sound. It's not going to blow away any of the DACs that are on the desk, but for just taking regular earphones or earbuds and putting them in your ears, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. It doesn't have that weird, tinny, bassy, cavernous sound that you can get with some computer 3.5. So whatever the internals are on that MSI is doing with their audio is very good. As far as running USB out of here, I have USB and then I have Windows pushing 24.192. And that's just what it's set, and then it just runs everything through the Gustard at 24.192. So there you go. There's my computer that I use. A very non-technical, probably very... what was he talking about? Does he know what he's talking about? No. Type of review. My MSI QB. I love it. And that's what I use. Hopefully this answers some questions. This has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.